Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a quick instructional video on how to use Paulv2k4's latest modding tool, Launcher. Yes, it is a modding tool that can be used for gameplay and other things, but today we're just focusing on the launcher. As you can see, I've already got it in the folder there, version 2020.3, and I've made a little shortcut directly to the exe. So let's open that up, click Launcher. As you can see, I've already got my mods already installed. But first, you want to browse to FIFA and find, that's where mine is, and find your FIFA20.exe. Then, this is very important. When importing your mods, to make it easier, we need them in the zip form. Not the FB mod, that can still be inside the zip, but we need it in the zip form, and I'll explain why in a minute. So you can still move your mods up and down, like you can on Frosty. So it still needs to be the exact same order that we would on Frosty. So this is what I've done. So the realism top, the AIO, Club World Cup. Now for those using my Mega Face Pack, I've split the pack into two. And the reason being is that it puts MPR separately, and therefore all mods that are attached underneath are in their own separate one, therefore those that we're needing to correctly override the MPR ones will do so. If you notice, there's not 500 faces. Yay! Well done to Paul for working this. I think he did it to make it easy because he didn't want to keep on clicking all the time, but he spent a couple of hours doing it, and it's going to make it easier for all of you to do it. So there we go, that's the Faces Pack zip, my fantasy kits, my TV thing, and gameplay at bottom as always. So now I'm going to click launch. As you can see, it starts to load up the mods. There you can see the FB mod. Once it gets the faces, there we go. It's going through all of them now. Now here's the best bit of this tool. If you guys remember using Frosty, we have the mod data folder, which is where everything is cached, which means it kind of stores it there to read it later. Paulv's doesn't do that. It doesn't cache the files, which means load times can vary a little bit, but it will be shorter than using Frosty. And let me explain why. For those of you that aren't using my face pack, you probably won't notice any difference. You would have noticed on Frosty very low load times. It would be very quick for you. For those who were using it, because it had to install and use 500 and plus faces, it would take a while. So, and especially after installing the mods for the very first time. So say EA brought out a patch and you'd wiped mod data and you're installing it for the first time, you could be looking at anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes for the first ever boot up. Which when you're wanting, you've only got a short period of time you want to play, that's a fair bit of time to load up. This will do is it cuts it down dramatically. So it will load up. So as I'm using it, as you'll see here, I'm talking to try and to go through, so it's not just sitting here waiting for it to start loading. As we said, there we go, launching now. It is much quicker compared to Frosty. What I'm going to do now is jump into the game, show you that the faces are still working. And you'll also get a little brief glimpse of the 1.7 splash screen that Paul's done and the new design that he's done. So this will be a tiny little sneak preview of that. So there we go, the new pattern with the white and the bluey purple, I guess. And then we'll get through to the main game. So there's in the top right hand corner is the AOO graphics there, so that's loaded up correctly. And there we go, that's the new one. If you made this on 1.68 and 1.69, it was yellow. In 1.7, it's now blue with the yellow. So let's go to Customize and Edit Player. I'll not do Arsenal, I always do Arsenal, so let's pick a different team with some faces. Let's do Manchester United. So we're going to get into Greenwood, which I know is in one of the packs. There's Greenwood, there's James, and Fernandez definitely didn't have A face definitely does now. McTominay. And there we go. That's the faces all working. So hopefully you'll find this video was useful in helping you to set it up. It is extremely easy, and Paul's done an amazing job. It is pretty much find the zip, import it in, put it in the correct order, launch. Jobs are good done. This is a tool where hopefully, if Paul gets everything done and working correctly for FIFA 21, this is what we want to be using for it. Any questions regarding how to use it or problems with using it, please just ask on Discord and we will try to help as much as we can. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.